I basically need to decide if I'm going to do this art show or not. And if I am, what pieces am I going to bring back to life and show? I've got plenty of art in here from the past several years that's just literally in here collecting dust, which is one of my biggest nightmares for my art, is that it's just sitting somewhere literally collecting dust or in the dumpster or whatever the case may be. I signed up for this art show that's happening next Saturday months ago with the intent to motivate myself to paint something new and get back into this beloved world of mine. I actually love her. I'm going to take her. But did I paint it all? No, I didn't. I did not paint, nor did I prepare for the show. And they are kind of beating down my door, asking for an answer if I'm going to participate or not, and how many pieces I'm going to bring. And I still don't have an answer. Now, I could keep it old school and do my Women of Color collection. That would be the easy route. Small pieces. I could do that. There's a lot of work that I would need to do. I love her. Oh. I'll do my best to not get emotional also. This brings back so many memories. My art. So I love her. What am I doing? Women of Color. I have her to Black Hole Sun. Not my most favorite. I don't know if I would take that one or not. As far as the smaller pieces, this is so bad. I need to do better. I have no idea how to clean this out. This is my storage, and this happens after several seasons of dust storms and wind storms and what have you. I have my bigger pieces. I'm not ready for large pieces to be shown. I'm just not. I have a smaller vehicle by now, and I'm just not ready. Let's see. I love her. This is a 2-piece. Oh gosh, the amount of dust is just sad. But I love her. That is 1/2. Let me get the other half. Oh, jeez. Oh. This is where dreams go to die. Really sad. I really love her. Oh. Okay, so it looks like if I do it, I'm gonna do Women of Color. I'll take that one. Oh, and then I have Cam at home. I'll do her, I'll do Cam, I'll do... I really like that one, but I'm not sure... I don't know. I I think why I never really showed her is because I need to get these edges, these resin edges, and I don't really have my tools right now to sand that down and re-resin and do all of that shit. So I never really showed her. And I'm still not ready. I'm not gonna do that one. She's just gorgeous, but I don't. Let me see. Shit. Women of color. Cam. I have some hung up at home too. So if I do Cam and I do that back one and I do, so 1, 2, 3, 4, I could do 4 pieces, 5 pieces. I could do her. That's what I'll do. Okay, done. Okay, so one of my biggest pet peeves is when technology does not want to tech. Right now, my computer keeps shutting off because apparently I let the battery drain all the way out. So I'm trying to leave it alone. The reason I need my laptop is because my camera, the memory stick is full of what? Of my past. And so I needed to take the material off of my memory stick, put it onto my computer, to then put it into my OneDrive because my computer is also full of what? My past. My phone is full of my past. My extended hard drive is full of my past. I don't understand how I could have filled up literally every aspect of my life with stuff. I don't even post. Why do I have all these things? That's a whole other conversation, right? I say all that to say, I was trying to get my camera ready so that I can explain this whole art thing, which you don't know about, okay? So, as I said, when I was at the storage unit, I signed up for Pancakes and Booze Phoenix months ago in an attempt to thrust myself back into the art world. I haven't painted in years. My easel is set up. I put some colors and stuff on it one time. I have not went back to it since. It's still sitting there. I look at it every day, multiple times a day, and nothing's happening. That's not me. I'm an artist. I have art everywhere in my storage. It's hanging up, it's stacked up, it's leaned up. I have art everywhere, and I want to get back to me. Finally, it's been years. I haven't done a show or painted a piece since 2019. Like officially. I tried in 2020 and that was just, well, you know. So anyways, I signed up for Pancakes and Booze, the one art show that I said that I was not ever going to do again, at least in Phoenix, because it just wasn't me. I had outgrown it back in the day, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. It's always at the same place, but I signed up for it because I just needed a reason to get back into that life. I needed to be with my people. I needed to just revive the artist that is me, right? And also hoping that that would encourage me to paint new pieces to prepare for the show. Ah, shit. My ice cream. Hold on. Yeah, that was gross and a bad idea. Anyways, Can't zoom in or out. I'm not trying to zoom in. Yikes. See, this is why I need my camera. My phone isn't working. I don't have all the gadgets and shit to keep my phone. Stop. So anyway, I haven't painted. I haven't prepared. I'm not ready. Mentally, art piece wise, I'm just not ready. The show is next Saturday. Tom is blowing me up. He wants to know if I'm doing it or not, and if I am, how many pieces am I bringing? And I refuse to answer him because I still don't know whether or not I'm going to do it or not. So I went to storage to see if there were any viable pieces that I would want to show to kind of help with the decision. That was after I texted a handful of people in my circle and asked them yes or no, should I do it, without giving them any context. I'll go into that more in a second. I picked out my pieces. They're dusty as fuck. I would have to clean them up, revitalize them, put some paint to it, and that's fine. I can do that, and that I'm kind of excited about that. But then I'm sitting here thinking, I'm looking at Cam, I'm looking at Serengeti Dreams. They're right there. Again, I have art hung up everywhere, my own art. I'm sitting here looking, and I'm like, oh, I love you guys so much. And I'm thinking about, is it worth me getting back into the game by doing Pancakes and Booze Phoenix at the Deuce? Here are the cons. There's no parking. It's difficult for employees and artists to roll up, unload, and get gone. There's no parking. And then when we show back up for the show, there's no parking. And you better get there on time, if not early, because then all of the people that are gonna come to the Deuce, to the show, are gonna park somewhere. Again, there's no parking. They're gonna have park blocks down the street in these neighborhoods, and it's just always been a mess. Aside from that, the Deuce is also located downtown Phoenix, where they're digging shit up. They've been digging this shit up for months now. Months. And I can't do downtown and construction. I just can't. It gives me anxiety. The last time I tried it, I had a meltdown and I cried in the car because I couldn't get to my date. I was driving around in circles and detours trying to get to a garage to park that was too full. A story for another time. Basically what I'm saying is no. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna text Tom and I'm gonna tell him I'm not gonna do it. Would I do it in another city? Yes, like I've been wanting to do for years, like Denver or somewhere in Cali, or just, that's got to get fixed. That has got to get fixed. I would do it in another city. But for this to be my re-entry show, I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm not going to do it. I'm so disgusted. Like, I can't believe I even did that. That was the most disgusting thing that I've ever done. So my phone falls in my ice cream bowl. And what do? What's the first thing that I do? I pick it up and I lick it. That's so gross. Like, why is that the reaction that I have? Ew. Phones are just as bad as... So now I have ice cream in my These are the hearing part of my tongue at the top here. I'm trying to get it out like a civilized human being and not a wild animal. Okay. It's as good as it's gonna get. Oh gosh, help me. So what I was going to say is that I'm not doing the art show. At least not this one. I'm not prepared. I haven't done the work to participate in this mentally, emotionally, and artistically. I've not done the work. So I don't need to do this. What I am going to do is my therapy homework. I haven't done that either. That was due last week, and I didn't do it because I didn't have to, because I canceled my session. But it's due this week, and I'm saying that to say that before I went to my storage today to pick out the artwork for the show that I'm not doing, I sent a text to a bunch of people, and I said, without having any context, should I do it or shouldn't I? What a stupid miscellaneous question. I know. What an immature way to come to a decision. I know that. The reason I did that is because I just need some spontaneity, I need some excitement, I need someone to jump on the risk boat with me, and I just need someone to say yes or no without even knowing it. Play my game, okay? Play my game. There was only one person that, without question, gave me an answer, and the answer was no. Everybody else was like, well, no, you gotta tell me what it is. No, just yes or no. And everybody else went into this long, well, you gotta weigh out your pros and cons, and there are two people who gave me the exact same long answer, and it pissed me off. We'll dig into that. But basically, weigh your pros and cons. How is it gonna affect you in the long run? Is it a good, like, serious advice for a possibly serious question without them knowing the reason? It just went into this very, I don't know, like, it obviously brought my mood down. And it made me realize this huge problem, not having anything to do with art or the art show, but this huge problem was revealed to me that I have this underlying narrative that is, I guess, not good. And I mean, why should it be? I've been anxious and depressed and going through the motions for years now. So every time I send a text to anyone in my family or friends, I'm sure they're like, oh gosh, what's going on now, blah, blah, blah. And I get that. I know. I didn't want to be that person, but we're here now, and I'm working through it. But I have this narrative that makes people scared for me, or like they immediately go to seriousness and just maybe concern, and that sucks. And you must be thinking, like, well, why didn't you just tell them what it was rather than sending that childish ass question? It's like, because if I would have told them that it was regarding art, everybody would have said yes, 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 yes. And I don't necessarily need that bias either. That's not necessarily the best way to make a decision either. So me coming to my own conclusion about not being ready for the show would not have come from, like, I would not have gotten that or closer to that decision if I would have told my close loved ones that I need, to do this art show, because they see me and they identify art because I've always been an artist and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it just reveals that I need to change the narrative that is me. It revealed that I am looking to take risks, and fun ones, not in a way that puts me in any more stress or danger or anything that I'm already dealing with on a daily basis. But I'm ready to take risks, and I'm ready for adventure, and that's my whole thing for 2023, right? But I'm not necessarily going to get it from my loved ones if I don't just make the effort for myself and change the narrative that they think about me. Yeah. Oh, here's the biggest thing. I think that those who gave me the no answer or the long, drawn out, think about this, pros and cons, blah, 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 how's it going to affect me, all that, are coming from a place of me crying about my ex. Seriously, because really I only have 3 problems: finances, IVF, getting over my ex. I'm crying about one of those 3 things to people. And giving my history, which again is understandable, I'm always teetering on, should I or shouldn't I communicate, respond, entertain, go down that rabbit hole with her? And everybody has always, well, not always, but everybody has said in recent times, for your own safety, no, 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 no. So here I come with another very vague ass question, and that's probably what they went to. So that's a whole other thing. Basically what I'm saying is, and this is totally not related to art, but it is, I need to change my own freaking narrative. And my therapy homework is to go back to the old me when I was this cool ass artist. I was so cool. I was so cool and so strange. Like, I look at some of my old videos and pictures and I'm like, that's weird. You were weird. But I was also my happiest. I loved life. I loved creativity. I loved painting. I loved, loved, loved. I had such a blast. That's when I was my most happiest. So basically digging back to that person and basically writing out what I loved about her in an attempt to bring her back to the now, to the present, to the future. Because this is not this. I'm going to put a clip in how cool I was, you'll see. But that person is not this person, and I miss that weirdo. So